Right, guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I absolutely hate email outreach. So, guys, before I get into anything, I just want to say that everyone has their preferred outreach method. I'm not saying that email outreach doesn't work for everyone. There's going to be someone who comments in this video that says they get all of their clients for email outreach, and I'm sure you do. However, from my experience and what I'm experiencing across the industry with all of the Academy members we have, all of the people that message me every single day on Instagram asking for help, I've came to the conclusion that email outreach no longer works. I think all outreach methods work on a cycle. So email outreach 3 or 4 years ago, or probably at the beginning of the decade, the last decade, 2010, was a lot stronger, and you could get away with email outreach. And with SMMA 2 or 3 years ago, it worked a lot better than it does now. However, when something gets more saturated, it goes down to the next one. So cold calling becomes the best way to sign a client because less people do it and less people know how to do it effectively. So all outreach works on cycles. And I currently believe that email marketing is at the bottom of the cycle. I think it's by far the least effective way to sign a client because of these reasons. So number one is that pretty much every developing country SMMA uses email outreach to sell their SMMA services, and not just developing countries, also any beginner in the SMMA industry. And you're probably going to wonder why that has an effect on people that aren't beginners or aren't in a developing country, is that when you're mixing yourself in an outreach method that's oversaturated with bad SMMAs, you get blended in and categorized with those people when you mention certain keywords like digital marketing, social media marketing. Even as a social media marketing agency owner, I get pitched for social media marketing agency services all of the time, which makes no sense whatsoever. It just shows that they're blasted emails, they're not personalized, no one's done research into who they're actually reaching out to. They've just got my email off of somewhere, and they're trying to pitch me services that I sell myself. It makes no sense. So when you're mixing yourself in with loads of people that have bad practices, and I'm going to go through an email that's the typical email that I get sent via emails, you then just get ignored by those business owners. And I've said this in a previous video, it's so important to match your outreach method with the niche you're in. So if you're in the dental niche, and I use dental all the time because it's just an easy niche to use, there's no reason why you should be emailing dental practice owners when you've got LinkedIn and every single dentist is extremely active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is by far the best method to outreach to business owners that own cosmetic practices, any cosmetic practices, dermatologists, dentists, hair transplant surgeons, any. There's no excuse to be using email outreach. The only reason why people use email outreach is because they're a beginner and they just think that's the best way to contact business owners. They're lazy because they can blast emails and it takes zero time. You can upload a list of 500 people and it blasts an email. There's zero point in blasting any type of email, any type of outreach. That is not just email outreach. It needs to be super personalized and it needs to be you starting an actual conversation. So when you're blending yourself in an outreach method that's not suitable for your niche, because none of those business owners are actually active on the emails that you're sending them to, because you're sending them to info@business.com or support@business.com, which is another point in itself, that most people use email outreach wrong in itself by not messaging the decision maker, not messaging the correct email. They're just getting the random email off of a website and emailing it and hoping for the best. You're putting yourself in a category with all the people that send terrible emails like the one I'm about to go through. This is an example of an email that I received, and I probably get 10 of these every single day. And this is on the very extreme end of a bad email. And if you're watching this and you do one of these, please stop. Hi, we are an India-based SEO and web development company. We are a team of 90 plus IT professionals with expertise in the following services. Our services are much affordable than what it might be in-house. I'd be happy to send you our package and pricing if you'd like to assess our work. Firstly, there's spelling mistakes and grammatical errors in this. There's no customization. They've not even put my name on there. They're talking all about themselves and the products and services they offer. There's no social proof there. It's just a mess. That all they do is talk about themselves, super entitled, as if I should just jump at the offer. They've not hit any pain points. They've not talked anything about the business. They've not showed any indication that they've researched, that they even know what kind of products and services I offer by looking at the website, and they'd find out that we offered some of those services ourselves. So we're never going to work with that business. So when a business owner gets messages like that every single day, and even if they had, "Hi, Harry, I saw your digital marketing agency XYZ offers this. Would you like to add this?" That's still not enough. It's still not enough to spark interest, pain points, and show that you've personalized it to my business. So when someone comes along, and even if you do all of the stuff that we teach, do all of the pain point hitting and doing the personalization, you're just lumping yourself in with all of these bad practiced agency owners that you just get ignored, and your email doesn't even get read, let alone sending it to the actual decision maker's email. If you're going to use email outreach, then you're going to have to make damn sure that you've got the business owner and the decision maker of that actual business personal email address. And the only way you can get that is through different softwares online. You can use LinkedIn, there's different methods to do that. And that's not what this video is about. But if you do that, you're going to put yourself at a better advantage point to booking a meeting through email outreach. However, my best advice is just skip all of that and do something that's quicker and easier and has a better success rate. So a lot of you might be thinking, when I talked about the cycle at the beginning, if email outreach is at the bottom of the cycle, then what's at the top? And the absolute fastest way to sign a client is through cold calling. And this isn't what a lot of people are going to hear, because people are going to want to sit behind a laptop and just type away, get a client, not show their face, not have any kind of personality. Well, you can get clients. I got majority of my clients in the beginning through LinkedIn, but as soon as I started picking up the phone and developing my cold calling skills, my agency and the amount of clients I was signing went through the roof. Because there is absolutely, in 2022 moving into 2023, not a faster way to sign a social media marketing agency client of at least £1,000 a month than through cold calling. There just isn't a quicker way. You immediately get on the phone with the decision maker, unless you have to get around the gatekeeper, and there's strategies to do that. You're immediately there. You can answer their questions on the phone. They can hear the tone of your voice. So as long as you're articulate and you can talk about your products and services, which is why it's so important that when you're starting a social media marketing agency, you understand and have the skill set you're selling, rather than just hiring a contractor from the beginning. Because when you get on the cold call, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, how the hell are you going to sell Facebook ads on a cold call or in a sales meeting, unless you're just hiring a whole team around it, which I'd recommend if you are doing that, which is great, doing it in-house rather than outsourcing. But that's also a completely different video. But the point I'm trying to get at is, compare an outreach method where you're mixed in with loads of beginners, you're mixed in with people that are saying all of the wrong things, so you get clubbed into it, to an email address that isn't operated by the business owner or the decision maker. There's no point you booking a meeting with a receptionist. You need to book it with the decision maker, because he's going to hand over the cash. In comparison to, you're already on the phone to them. You can show that you're articulate and you understand what you're doing. You can ask them loads of questions. They're getting back to you immediately. You've got 100% of their attention, because you're not waiting for them to get back to an email, think about it more. It's just a completely different gravy. And you've matched your outreach to the niche. You can cold call practically any niche, even e-commerce brands. You can find the phone number, and there's strategies to find the phone number of the owner of an e-commerce brand, and you cold call them. If you're not going to do that, then LinkedIn's going to be the best place if LinkedIn outreach matches the niche you're in. For example, dental practices, real estate agents, e-commerce brands. LinkedIn is by far the best place to do that, because they're on a platform that is already in a business mindset. You're not, mixed in with a notification of a delivery that's being come in on their emails. They're on LinkedIn for business, in the business mindset, and through the strategies and the sales scripts that you can do on LinkedIn and how to get more connections using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can start booking meetings on a regular basis. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully it kind of highlights a few problems that you might be recognizing in your business. If you're struggling to sign a client, and I get this all the time, Harry, I'm sending 50 emails a day and I'm getting practically 0 responses. My immediate response is stop with email outreach, try a new outreach method that actually matches your niche and actually puts you at a better advantage to be signing a client, like cold calling. If you can't cold call because of whatever country you're in, go to LinkedIn, go to other outreach methods that are more suitable and have a better conversion rate in the time that we're in. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. If you have any question at all, drop a comment, message me on Instagram about your outreach scripts or whatever, and I'll go through them with you. And yeah, so if you've not watched our previous video, the previous video was on some key skills that you have to learn to run a successful marketing agency, what those skills are, how to learn them. It's a super good video. Recommend it. If you watch it, click there, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.